I'm Lloyd Bonson, and you join me today at Brands Hatch for the opening rounds of the 2017 Britcover National Formula Ford 1600 Championship with Avon Tyres. As you can see, the cars are getting ready to go out there onto the track, so I hand you over to Scott to take you through the grid.
Now, Palavoda was only trying to recover as the field swings past. Luke Cooper's got through, but the Pro Class leaders already trying to exert their authority at the front of the field. Here's the on-board from Luke Cooper in the Swift SC16. Chassis that came in last year, but it's had a year of development like the new Furman, and already trying to get himself up there towards the front. Cooper attacking on the outside, and also Rowe Jr. tries to get fourth from McLennan. Down the hill towards Graham Hill Bend, towards left-hander, tag between Cooper and Byrne. Byrne's onto the grass, so is Thorburn. We're with him now. But up towards the front for second place, Cooper under pressure from McLennan. McLennan did this once already to Daly, who's in the lead, and he's now gone for second place, and the move is done. Clean pass. And now on board with Williams, he fancies a crack at third place now, because Cooper's left the door open up at Druids. McLennan holds the inside line. Williams goes to try and take the line he wants, but doesn't give Cooper any room. Cooper off on the grass and down to fourth. That wasn't very nice. Druids, the pair of them up towards the apex, and the pair of them make contact, and Williams is around. Williams out on the outside of Druids, and Daly is now under pressure. Now, has he suffered damage like he did in race one? Locks his left front. Cooper's gone through. Rowe Jr. goes through. Onto the pit straight, last lap of the weekend, and it's now Rowe Jr. attacking for the lead here. Cooper's been here before, he's been having to defend, but he's going to make that Swift chassis the widest thing in the paddock. Rowe Jr. again doing exactly what he did to McLennan in race 2, looking for the outside line, but Cooper's got it covered nicely. Rowe Jr. again running out of options, running out of time, but Cooper will do everything he can to stay in front. The sun shining in brightly in Rowe Jr.'s eyes, down towards Surtees for the final time. Through the left-hander, clip the curve, up towards Clearways, into McLaren. And Rowe Jr. is giving it everything he's got. Small twitch of understeer on the power. It'll be a drag race down towards the checkered flag. Rowe Jr. is going to close in, but the win will go for the first time this season and of the weekend to Luke Cooper. Cooper wins it.
Ecstatic. It was a bit of survival that race, a bit of carnage, but thankfully I was able to keep it together, keep it on the track and come away with the win.
Lights out and we are racing. Good start for Luke Cooper from the second row of the grid. He's alongside Rowe Jr. as we go on board with him. But it'll be Luke Williams with the whole shot, side by side for second as Jamie Thorburn heads up the inside of Neil McLennan. And Luke Cooper understeers wide at the first corner. Off an Old Hall. Cars streaming past them, including James Scott Murphy on the 46 were on board. They're being chased down by Luke Cooper in the red and white Swift. Here is the battle. Here is Luke Cooper in the 6th, started on the second row of the grid in 3rd. Had that excursion wide at Old Hall corner on the first lap. He's on the recovery trail here. Wolfenden looks out to make a move at Scott Murphy. There's Luke Cooper, the red and white Swift. He's in the mix and he's not letting the pair of them get away. And the harder they fight each other, the easier it's going to be for McLennan to make a break and for Cooper to close in. Still McLennan leads, but it's a fight on for second place between these two. Up towards Shell Oil as McLennan keeping it in the middle of the road. Keeping it cool, keeping it calm, keeping it composed on the exit of the corner. Oh, contact! Martin hits Williams, gets thrown into the air. Towards the checkered flag. He will make it 2 from 2 here at Oulton Park. He wins race 2. With Luke Cooper in second place, and somehow Luke Williams does hold on to 3rd ahead of Matt Round-Garrido.
Luke Cooper back on the podium, you got a big smile on your face.
Oh, absolutely ecstatic with that. It's been a very tiring weekend. We lost our engine on Monday, and engine builder Barnett Racing Engines did a brilliant job to turn it around in two days and bring it back to us for this weekend. And to actually be out this weekend is a bit of a miracle, but to come away with a 4th and a 2nd, I'm absolutely ecstatic with that.
Now, Thorburn in front of them, he's going to the 3rd place on Luke Cooper, up the inside at Taylor's hairpin. But Cooper, on the wider line, will have more grip on the outside if he can hold on. Then it's James Scott Murphy in a personal best in 8th, Luke Cooper 9th. It's Ross Martin in 3rd, a very close run, charge for 4th position by the looks of things. I think Luke Cooper was trying to take it off James Scott Murphy, I believe. Couldn't do it.
And here we are down in the Cooper garage with Luke Cooper, currently third in the championship, but the qualifying went better than you thought.
Yeah, it was a very difficult qualifying session. There's a lot of cars out there, so trying to get some clear space out there wasn't easy at all. There was lots of people backing off to try and get a toe, so I was quite surprised to actually be fifth, because I didn't feel like I got that many good laps in at all. So.
Yeah, and Luke Williams, currently leading the championship, went out during qualifying. He's got to change his engine before the race starts. And with Neil McClellan behind you on the grid, it's looking good for points for you. It's
looking good for points, yes. James is obviously on pole, so he's behind me in the championship, so he's going to be looking to get a lot of points here. But at the moment, it's looking quite good, but it can all change in the races.
Can do, and it's a new place for everybody here at Kirkistown. Very fast and hectic. Talk us through it. Yeah, well, it's a really fast-flowing track. It's a lot down to keeping the momentum up, and the chicane on the other side of the track is all about carrying the speed through there. So it's actually really fun to drive. Well, good luck, Luke. Thank you very much. And with that, Scott, it's going to be one hell of a race. Over to you.
It's the hairpin, side by side for third place. Jamie Thorburn alongside Luke Cooper. Edges him out a little bit wide, but gives him enough room to hold on. So left, because I'm going right up the inside of Cooper. Up the inside, he's almost lost the car as he comes up towards Colonials, and he's through. Brilliant pass from Neil McClellan. He almost lost it there, down towards the braking zone at Colonials. There's Rowe Jr., then Dempsey. Here's Cooper going to the outside of Thorburn. That's for fourth position. Looks to the outside, but now has to be careful on the inside, because here comes Josh Smith to make a move. He's staying close. And the charge for third is going to be won somehow by Neil McClellan, who just holds off his teammate Jamie Thorburn and Luke Cooper at the line. Now on board with Luke Cooper again. He's keeping a firm laser focus on the back of Jamie Thorburn, swarming this way and that. He's putting himself into Rowe Jr.'s mirrors. He knows he's going to put him under pressure. As up the outside comes Neil McClellan for third. It's an ambitious move. Cooper's not going to give him too much room, but McClellan's got the traction. He's got the space as well. Cooper has to give it to him, and that's crucial because the next corner is Debtor's Dip on the left-hand side. It's a left-handed kick, but look at Williams and also Smith. A four-car quartet. They're almost three abreast into the Debtor's Dip corner. It's again of oversteer from McClellan through Colonial. There's Cooper defending into the inside here and contact in the rear. Now I think that was from Josh Smith. Cooper gets dumped out to the exit of Fisherman's. I think he's kept the engine running, but it would shuffle all the way down the order, tumbling outside the top 10. And I think that looked to be there was contact between Cooper and Josh Smith. Revs rise and we are racing for the final time here in Northern Ireland. Good start from Luke Cooper, picking his way through the traffic. He's alongside John Ferguson and also Michael Eastwell on the inside. Chasing after, I think that is possibly Tom MacArthur. Here's Jordan Dempsey chasing from the back of the field, trying to pick his way through the field. Down towards Colonial, and that is Josh Smith. Josh has put a big moment off on the grass, up at Colonial, and he's made contact with James Scott Murphy and also Luke Cooper. Oh, Josh Smith's car stranded in the middle of a track, broken left rear suspension, tries to spin the wheels and finds out he hasn't got any left. Leaders out of the Fisherman's Bend, and Luke Cooper's off as well. And look at the front left. One of his steering arms is off, and that's major damage, so I wonder if he can get that car back to the pits or if that is his race over. This is Luke Cooper, who's managed to make it back to the pits, and his team are working away on the front left of the Swift Cooper, which means that I think possibly they're going to try and aim to get him back out of into the race. As Luke Cooper's team, incredibly, they've fixed the left front of the car. That's incredible work from his pit crew, and Luke Cooper will be a couple of laps down, but he will rejoin this race and try and salvage something. So what's going to be key is actually he's heading out as the leaders are starting to restart the race. Off nose cone, he's keeping close. Neil McClellan gives Luke Cooper a friendly wave. He gets out of the way of the leaders. Both McClellan and Donington have made it through. Donington is trying to give Neil McClellan the hurry up, quite literally. He was gesticulating at him to put his foot down, because incredibly Luke Cooper is not dropping away from them. Yes, he's a couple of laps down, but he can match the leader's pace. That's pretty incredible, and effectively he's within his rights to outlap himself as well. If he can unlap himself, that would be pretty extraordinary. Over the chicane, now down towards the hairpin once more. Trying to make a move at some point, and Luke Cooper pointing, saying, go past me, I'm down a lap, I'm not going to hold you up any time, and he does. That's smart driving from Luke, well done. And incredibly, Luke Cooper, fastest lap of the race. It's almost 4 or 5 abreast into the right-hander, as Jack Wolford tries to go wheel-to-wheel with Luke Cooper. Out of Redgate, we're on board with Cooper now, chasing after Stephen Daly into Hollywood, and then the Craner curves. And look at the sight, look at this, 36 Formula Fords line astern through the Craner curves. It's a wonderful sight. They turn left, then right through the S's, and now it's the short straight down towards the awesome Melbourne Loop, 180-degree hairpin. Cooper's going for third place, almost banging wheels with Stephen Denny down towards the hairpin. And into they go, Road Junior and Dempsey getting into it. And look at Josh Smith shooting up the inside, the pair of them. Fantastic opportunistic pass. Looking to the inside, he has to have one more last-ditch attempt into Goddard's, but I think it won't work, as out of the final corner, he won the first race in Kirkistown, and now James Rowe Jr. will do the same in Donington Park. James Rowe Jr. punches the air as he wins race 1 on the Grand Prix circuit. Absolutely delighted with that performance, and he wins by 1.2 seconds from Josh Fisher in second place, Luke Williams in third, ahead of Luke Cooper and Josh Smith. And now with Luke Cooper in fourth place. Could snip a podium here as they come down towards Redgate Corner for the final time. Williams to the outside of Rowe Jr. Now Rowe Jr. leads on the road, but he won't stay there in the result if it carries on as it is. Out to the right-hander. Here comes Cooper, crawling up the inside of Neil McLennan. He's putting himself alongside through Hollywood. Side by side into the Craner curves. If he can pull this off, it's a bold pass from Cooper. They're still side by side up towards the right-hander at the old hairpin. Cooper turns in, and he's done it. Great pass from a number 6 of Luke Cooper, displacing Neil McLennan, but the thing is, if it stays as it is, McLennan will still be on the podium. He'll finish third, and Cooper will be second. One more time into the hairpin with feeling. Rowe Jr. having to defend on the inside line for Williams. He tried an outside attack, but there was no avenue to get through. Now here comes Thorburn in 5th position on the track, charging behind McLennan. His teammates going to the outside of Luke Cooper. Into the hairpin for the final time. Side by side, bit of a nudge between Cooper and Williams, but it hasn't misplaced any of them. Up towards the checkered flag. Rowe Jr. will win the race on the track, but the win on the timings goes to Luke Williams. It's second place for Luke Cooper and third for Neil McLennan. Then side by side, they almost bang wheels. It's now McLennan in the lead of the race. Gondy in second place. Oops, there's a bit of a forceful bit of driving there from Jamie Thorburn. That was a bit overzealous there from the young Scotsman. And now Cooper goes round the outside and takes full advantage of the mistake from James Scott Murphy getting held up. Here comes Cooper, he's at it again, you know, he did this to Neil McLennan in the second race. Now he's side by side again through the Craner curves with his teammate Jamie Thorburn. He's up the inside again, surely not for the second time. Well no, Jamie Thorburn holds the inside line and says, you tried that with Neil, but it ain't going to happen this time, Sunshine. But Cooper says, oh yeah, try this on for size. Round the outside at Schwant's curve. Has he got it done? Thorbur's looking across to the right, and he has got it done. Cooper does it again into McLean's corner. James Scott Murphy goes through.
Mixed weather conditions in qualifying have really made the grid quite topsy-turvy. Championship leader Luke Williams starts in 4th. But Luke Cooper, who's 4th in the championship, is starting ahead of all of his main championship rivals. Luke, it's an exciting race out here today.
Yes, definitely. It's going to be very difficult. It's so close at the front here, but I'm going to do my best.
What makes your performance in qualifying even more spectacular as you've been suffering with chickenpox all week?
Yeah, I've not been 100% and it's really difficult, but I'm going to do my best, as I said. So.
Well, we wish you all the best out there in the race. We look forward to speaking to you afterwards.
Thank you very much.
There we go. It's over to Scott Woodwiss to take you through the rest of the grid.
The Gimmer lights go out and we are racing. Cracking start from Luke Williams from row 2, as it was for Cooper, as they charge up towards Folly and Avon Rise for the first time. Cooper, meanwhile, watches on, as it is, I think, side by side with the lead also into Quarry. Dempsey has the advantage. Now Williams is defending from Moyers now as he heads up the inside. And they turn their way into Quarry for the first time. And Dempsey's coming under heavy pressure from Cooper and also from Michael Moyers. But he holds on to second place. He leaves the pair to scrap amongst themselves. As here comes Cooper to the outside through Folly, side by side with Moyes, and here comes Rowe Jr. as well. It's now Cooper on the inside, Moyes in the middle, Rowe Jr. on the outside. Dempsey's just in front of them in second place. Who's going to win the duel? Under brakes for Quarry, and I think Moyes has got it. They turn into the right-hander. Dempsey second. Yes, Moyes has third. Cooper fourth as they turn through the right-hander with Cooper leading. Williams in second place, Thorburn in the mix as they were 3 wide for fourth place behind him as they pile up towards Beckett for the first time. Cooper leads, the rest of the field trying to negotiate its way through. A mammoth 33 car entry for the Silverstone National Circuit this weekend. Into another lap as the leaders make their way to a back marker, and Williams gets bulked through the middle of Copse. It gives Cooper the opportunity to go up the inside, and it'll put him on the inside for Maggots and Beckett. The two cars going wheel to wheel. They're in the battle for the Triple Crown Championship, but there's double waved yellows, and I think that Cooper managed to get his way through into the lead just before they got to the yellow flag zone. As they're back side by side again for a second time, but it's roles reversed. Williams looks towards the apex, finds Cooper to his right, but he's got the outside line a la Cooper last time out. He's going to try and get a move up the inside if he can. Goes to the left-hand side for Maggots, up towards the braking zone. The yellow flags are still waving. They're still recovering, both Michael Eastwell and James Rowe Jr. So as they head out of Beckett's onto the Wellington Straight, he's trying to pull alongside. Could be an opportunity to make it through. And a change for the lead. I thought it might happen. Down the Wellington Straight into Brooklands. Luke Williams is back to the front of race 1. But Luke Cooper in the number 6 is not letting him have it that easy. They're in the slipstream once again. Last lap of the race as they head down towards Copse. He's getting the encouragement on the pit wall as they turn their way into the right-hander for the final time. Williams gets the line. Cooper will go around the outside as they head now towards Maggots and Beckett's for one final time. And Cooper is looking this way and that. But he still cannot find any room at the inn. Down towards Maggots and Beckett's. The yellow flags have been withdrawn, but there's no passing opportunity, and Luke Cooper is running out of time and running out of chances. There's a couple of back markers in the way. They could play a factor, but meanwhile the leaders are negotiating one of the Clubman Post 89 machines, and Luke Williams, as he heads out of Luffield up through Woodcote Corner for the last time, takes one step closer to both the Triple Crown and the national titles as he heads to the checkered flag. Williams punches the air as he wins race 1 at Silverstone. Cooper takes second place.
Yeah, it was a great race. As Luke said, we worked together to break away from everyone. Then the last couple of laps with the back markers, it got a bit intense, and it was a bit of a guess as to who was going to come out on top, and it was how the back markers played out. But it was a brilliant drive by Luke.
It's again for the first time, and Cooper once again for the second race in a row leads them into the complex. It's Williams in second place. McLennan looks as though he's managed to get himself into third place for the Clubman Pre-90 category of the Triple Crown as his action stations down towards Brooklands. Williams goes around the outside and takes the lead. McLennan will try and follow him for second place, but Cooper's got the line covered. It's Roger Orgy in fourth. Leaders back into the complex. Williams ahead of Cooper. As back into the complex, lock up from Cooper as he goes up the inside of Luke Williams to the lead of the race, and he's got it done. A bold pass up the inside from Luke Cooper on Luke Williams, and it's now roles reversed once again. Remember, they were like this in race 1, but it was Williams ahead of Cooper. Onto the pit straight to start the final lap of the race. Back into Maggots and Beckett, and Cooper back up the inside. That could be a crucial pass for the lead of the race. So Williams tried to go back around the outside into Maggots, couldn't get the apex done because Cooper was to his right. And as they head off down the Wellington Straight, Williams pulls out again to have a look at a move into Brooklands. Side by side on the final lap of the race, they're almost touching wheels. Ooh, breathe in, here they come. Cooper holds the inside line. Williams goes for the cutback on the exit of Brooklands. No avenue there. Cooper holds now the inside line again for Luffield. And I think, try as he might, Luke Williams will not make it a double. Out of Luffield, up through Woodcote for the final time. Luke Cooper will make it one apiece at Silverstone. Out of Woodcote, onto the pit straight. He takes the checkered flag and wins race 2.
Well, Luke, massive smile on your face, as I can imagine. The last couple of laps are where it was won, and another strong victory for you.
Yeah, it was absolutely ecstatic with that. It was a great race. As soon as we saw we had half a gap to third, again, same as yesterday, we just worked putting the laps in, pulling the gap, and then battle it out on the last few laps. And I managed to get in the lead at the right time and be able to hold it for the last lap.
But back on row 4, it's all about the Triple Crown title, because either Luke Williams or Luke Cooper will take it here. With a win each, it could go either way.
Luke Cooper sadly not finishing the race as he's out with 3 other cars. And here's the grid for race 1 here at Anglesey, with Luke Cooper and Luke Williams on the front row, ahead of Ross Martin and Joey Foster on row 2. Will this man, Luke Cooper, taking pole? He wants the Grand Slam of win and fastest lap. Hey, lights up, lights out, and the National Formula Fords are underway. Great start from Ross Martin and from Joey Foster. They've both swamped Luke Williams into turn one. A great start from the pair of them, and now Foster looks to the outside to try and take second from Martin, but it hasn't worked. Cooper heads the whole shot into the hairpin from Martin, then Foster. Now we're on the last lap of the race, and this man, Luke Cooper, has broken away suitably from both Foster and from Williams. And the Castle Combe regular, who now heads up towards Church as we ride on board with the number 6, has had a bit of an up and down year. He's taken race victories at places like Brands Hatch and Silverstone. Had a great battle last time out with Luke Williams in the 3 races across the weekend. And he's kicking off his final weekend of the season here at Anglesey in the best possible way. Starting from pole position, he holds the fastest lap of the race, and now he's only about half a lap away from securing victory in race 1. Now, his chances for the championship are virtually zero, but doesn't mean he can't try and take points away from those contesting it, and also try and keep himself in the hunt for permanently securing 3rd place in the point standings. A quick victory here will certainly help him out no end. So that's the corkscrew over the crest, down the Tom Price straight for the last time. And Cooper looks as though he's going to be virtually unchallenged on his way to the flag. Into the hairpin for the final time. He's almost home. Just one more corner to go at the end of the straight, the bus stop, and then he'll be up towards the checkered flag. Now in the background, you can see Joey Foster is coming under attack one last time from Luke Williams, but no one can touch this man at the head of the field. Out of the final corner for the final time. A great way to start the weekend for Luke Cooper as he wins race 1 at Anglesey here in fine style. Foster holds on to 2nd place for a superb podium ahead of Luke Williams.
It's extremely hard work, and Joey was pushing me the whole way. And once we got a bit of a break, I was able to pull away from him when he was battling with Luke. And I was able to make the break and just kept trying to pump in the fast laps and pull as big a gap as I could.
The red lights up. Foster and Cooper on the front row. Who's going to get the whole shot down towards turn 1? Get away pretty cleanly on board with Cooper up towards turn 1. Turns in, and that's Foster going round the outside. So in the really adverse conditions, it's Foster that leads. And look at the spray. Absolutely appalling as down towards the hairpin. Smith now challenges for 2nd place on the inside of Cooper. Cooper braving it around the outside as they turn their way through the hairpin. Bit of a sharp apex there for Smith as Cooper, race 1 winner, holds 3rd ahead of Luke Williams. Luke Cooper there in 3rd place giving chase also. And behind him it's 4 abreast because Cooper, Smith, McLennan and Vincent J are all in the mix as well. There's also there Joey Foster and also Jason Cooper and Rory Smith. They all tumble down towards the Rocket Complex together. Hold your breath, boys. They're all getting very squirrely as Smith tries to go down the outside. And then Cooper taking the wider line in the mix. Smith then goes down the inside. Cooper's got the better traction, holds on to the place from the 0. Great racing. You can tell it's the last race of the season because they are all over each other down towards the complex. So into the left-hander, and that's Cooper off the road. Luke Cooper's off the road, hits the cone, loses several places. So his final race of the year is already being compromised. Again, I think there's a car off in the background, and it might be Luke Cooper, potentially. The rest of the field go through, and it is Luke Cooper. Cooper off the road, and I'm afraid that's his 2017 season done and dusted in the worst possible way.